I graduated college with $47,000 in student loan debt. It took me 8 years to pay it off. 8 years of living paycheck to paycheck, missing opportunities, and feeling like I was drowning. Looking back now, I made so many mistakes that cost me thousands of extra dollars in interest and years of my life. If I could go back and start over, knowing what I know now, I'd do everything completely differently. Today, I'm sharing exactly what I'd do if I had to deal with student loans starting from scratch. This isn't theory. This is the roadmap I wish I'd had when I graduated. If you want simple, practical tips like this, tips that actually work for real people, hit that like button and subscribe to Liberty Money. We drop new videos every single day to help you get out of the money struggle and start building real wealth. Let's go. Step 1. Understand exactly what I owe the real numbers. The first thing I do is sit down and make a complete list of every single student loan I have. Federal loans, private loans, all of it. For each loan, I'd write down the lender, the current balance, the interest rate, the minimum monthly payment, and whether it's federal or private. This sounds basic, but most people with student loans have no idea what they actually owe. They just know it's a lot, and they remake in some payment every month. Here's why this matters for personal finance management. You can create a strategy if you know what you're dealing with. When I graduated, I avoided looking at my loans for 2 years because it was too scary. That avoidance cost me thousands in interest I could have avoided. This is financial literacy at its most fundamental, facing reality, even when it's uncomfortable. This is money management that starts with honesty. When you're learning debt management, the first step is always knowing your numbers. This is budgeting for beginners who are serious about getting out of debt. Write it all down. Make a spreadsheet. Know exactly what you owe, to whom, and at what rate. Do you know the exact balance and interest rate on every student loan you have? If not, that's your homework today. Pull up your accounts and write it all down. Step 2. Enroll in an income-driven repayment plan. If I had federal student loans today, the first thing I'd do is enroll in an income-driven repayment plan. These plans cap your monthly payment at a percentage of your discretionary income, usually 10% to 20%. If you're making $35,000 a year and struggling, your payment might drop from $500 a month to $150 a month. After 20 or 25 years of payments, any remaining balance is forgiven. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I'll pay more interest over time. Yes, that's true. But here's the thing, if you can't afford your current payment, you're going to default. And defaulting destroys your credit and adds massive fees. This is personal budget protection. This is financial planning that prioritizes survival today over optimization tomorrow. This is debt management that's realistic. When I was drowning in payments, I didn't even know income-driven plans existed. I just struggled and fell behind. This is financial education that prevents default. Here's what I'd do. Enroll in the income-driven plan to lower my required payment, then pay extra whenever I can. This gives me flexibility and protection, while still allowing me to pay it off faster if I'm able. This is saving money by avoiding late fees and default penalties. This is personal finance management that's strategic, not just aspirational. If you have federal loans and you're struggling, have you looked into income-driven repayment plans? It takes 10 minutes to apply and could save you from default. Step 3. Attack private loans first. They're the worst. If I had both federal and private student loans, I'd focus all my extra money on the private loans first. Why? Because federal loans have protections, income-driven repayment, forbearance options, potential forgiveness programs. Private loans have none of that. Private loans are like credit card debt with better interest rates. They're unforgiving, inflexible, and they follow you forever. You can't discharge them in bankruptcy. They don't offer income-driven plans. They just sit there, charging interest, forever. Here's my strategy. I'd make the minimum payments on all my federal loans, ideally on an income-driven plan. And I'd throw every extra dollar at my highest interest private loan. Once that's gone, I'd move to the next private loan. This is money management that's ruthlessly practical. This is debt management that prioritizes the loans that can hurt you the most. This is financial literacy that understands the difference between bad debt and really bad debt. When you're serious about personal finance management, you realize that not all debt is equal. Private student loans are financial chains. Federal loans, while still debt, at least have some flexibility. Kill the private loans first. Do you have private student loans? What's the interest rate on your highest one? That should be your primary target. Step 4. Build a $1,000 emergency fund, stop the bleeding before I aggressively attacked my student loans. I'd save $1,000 in an emergency fund. This seems counterintuitive. Why save money when you're drowning in debt? Because emergencies happen. Your car breaks down. You get sick. Your laptop dies. If you don't have an emergency fund, you're going to put those emergencies on a credit card at 24% interest. Now you've got student loans and credit card debt. You're going backwards. This is personal budget strategy that prevents catastrophe. This is financial planning that's defensive before it's offensive. When I was paying off my loans, I had no emergency fund. Every unexpected expense went on a credit card, which I then couldn't pay off. I was trapped in a cycle. This is budgeting for beginners that evolves into serious debt payoff. Get $1,000 saved first. Put it in a separate account. Don't touch it unless it's a real emergency. This is saving money that protects you from going deeper into debt. This is financial education that says, you can't win if you keep losing ground. Once you have that $1,000 cushion, then you can aggressively attack your loans without fear of a car repair destroying your progress. Do you have $1,000 saved for emergencies? If not, can you save $100 a month for the next 10 months before you start attacking debt aggressively? 5. Step 5. Automate extra payments. Make it effortless. Once I know my numbers, I'm on an income-driven plan for federal loans. I've prioritized private loans, and I have my $1,000 emergency fund. Here's what I do next. Automate extra payments. Let's say my required payment on my highest interest private loan is $200, but I can afford $250. I'd set up an automatic payment for $250 the day after I get paid. I'd never see that money. It would just go straight to the loan. This is money management that removes willpower from the equation. This is personal finance management that works with human psychology, not against it. When I was paying off my loans manually, I'd constantly think, do I really need to pay extra this month? What if I need that $50 for something else? And then I wouldn't pay extra. This is debt management that automates success. This is financial literacy that says, if you have to think about it every month, you'll talk yourself out of it. This is budgeting that prioritizes debt payoff before discretionary spending. Set it up once, and it runs forever. You'll be shocked how fast your balance drops when you're consistently paying more than the minimum. Could you afford an extra $25, $50, or $100 per month towards your student loans? If yes, set up that automatic payment today. Don't wait. 6. Step 6. Explore forgiveness programs if I qualify. If I were working in certain fields, public service, teaching, nursing, government, I'd immediately look into Public Service Loan Forgiveness, PSLF. This program forgives your remaining federal loan balance after 120 qualifying payments, 10 years while working full-time for a qualifying employer. I'd also look into state-specific forgiveness programs. Many states offer loan repayment assistance for teachers, healthcare workers, and public defenders. Here's the catch. These programs have strict requirements, and you have to stay in qualifying employment for the entire period. But if you qualify, it's life-changing. This is financial planning that leverages available resources. This is personal budget optimization that takes advantage of programs designed to help you. When I was paying off my loans, I didn't even know PSLF existed. If I had, I might have made different career choices. This is financial education that opens doors you didn't know existed. This is debt management that's strategic, not just grinding. Do your research. If you're in a qualifying field, PSLF could save you tens of thousands of dollars. Don't leave that money on the table. Do you work in public service, education, healthcare, or government? If yes, have you checked if you qualify for loan forgiveness programs? It's worth an hour of research. 7. Step 7. Live like a student for 2 more years, then celebrate. Here's the hardest part. And it's what I'd do differently if I started over. I'd live like a broke college student for 2 more years after graduation. Same cheap apartment. Same used car. Same ramen and rice meals. No vacations. No new wardrobe. No lifestyle inflation. Every raise, every bonus, every tax refund, all of it goes to student loans. For 2 years, I'd be a debt-killing machine. Why 2 years? Because if you're aggressive, you can knock out a huge chunk of your debt in that time. When I graduated, I immediately upgraded my life. New apartment, new car payment, new clothes. I felt like I deserved it after 4 years of college. That mindset kept me in debt for 8 years. This is personal finance management that delays gratification for massive payoff. This is money management that's intense but temporary. This is financial literacy that says, sacrifice now, freedom later. This is budgeting for beginners who are willing to be uncomfortable for a short time to avoid being uncomfortable for a long time. After those 2 years, if you've crushed your debt, then celebrate. Upgrade your life. But don't do it while you're still buried. Could you live like a student for 1 or 2 more years if it meant being debt-free way faster? What would you have to sacrifice, and is it worth it? If I could go back and start over with my student loans, this is exactly what I'd do. I'd face my numbers honestly. I'd enroll in income-driven repayment for federal loans. I'd attack private loans first. I'd build a small emergency fund. I'd automate extra payments. I'd explore forgiveness programs. And I'd live like a broke student for 2 more years. That strategy would have saved me years of stress and thousands of dollars in interest. You don't have to make the same mistakes I made. You can start doing these things today. It won't be easy. Student loan debt is crushing. But it's not forever. With a plan, with discipline, and with the right strategy, you can get out. You've got this. Start today. Tell me in the comments, how much student loan debt do you have, and what's your biggest challenge with it? Let's support each other. And if this video gave you a clear plan for tackling your student loans, hit like and subscribe to Liberty Money. We're dropping new content every single day to help you crush debt, build financial literacy, and build real wealth. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.